Have you ever stepped on a scale and got discouraged but then realized that your clothes are fitting better? Well, that's the difference between fat loss and weight loss. Let's get into it. Hey everyone, welcome back to Modestly Fit. I'm Rochelle here, and today we'll be doing something a little bit different. I'll be going through a series of questions. Some of you guys asked me. I don't comment in the comments because it'll just be too long to text out. So I just decided that I'll go ahead and answer your questions and make a video so that it not only helps the person that asks, but if you have the same question, then it can help you as well. So the question is, what do you suggest when intentionally working on fat loss and not weight loss? So yes, there is a difference between weight loss and fat loss. Weight loss consists of different things that's in the body that cause it to have that weight. So that's water, your bone, all the things that make up the body is considered weight. And a lot of times when initially starting a weight loss plan, you will find that you'll lose quite a few pounds within the first week or two, which most times is just water weight. Whereas fat loss goes into those fat cells to shrink those fat cells, hence getting rid of the body fat. So weight loss is any drop in total body weight that can include muscle, fat, or water. Fat loss focuses on reducing body fat while still keeping as much lean muscle as possible. So to prioritize fat loss, which is also considered body recomposition, where you are losing body fat and building muscle at the same time. Body recompositioning. So that would be a good suggestion for you who asked this question. And in order to do that, you want to prioritize strength training at least 3 to 4 times a week to build muscle and to maintain muscle. And you also want to be in a calorie deficit. Not nothing too extreme, but you just want to reduce your calories a little bit. And while you're reducing your calories, you want to make sure that you're eating whole foods, not junk foods, because we know that you can eat 200 calories worth of strawberries differs so much than 200 calories worth of cookies, because the nutrients are different in those, where strawberries are full of nutrients and cookies are just empty calories, just sugar really. So you want to make sure you're in a calorie deficit, eating whole food, so that you can eat enough to where you can start triggering fat burning. And something else to prioritize fat loss is getting an adequate amount of protein in your diet. An adequate amount of protein preserves the muscle and keeps you feeling fuller longer. And then also with fat loss, you want to focus on not just the scale. And I've said this many times, you want to track your progress. Track your progress with pictures, with measurements, and how your clothes are fitting. And again, not just the scale, okay? It's easy to get discouraged with just seeing a number on the scale, but with body recompositioning, you can, for example, be at 170 pounds starting off. And then you go on a fat loss plan where you're building strength, you're getting in an adequate amount of protein, doing your strength training, tracking your progress, and then weeks later you'll find you'll still be that 170 pound, but you've been lost fat and build muscle, so you're still at the same 170 pounds, but there'll be a reduction in fat and an increase in muscle. That's body recomposition, and that is what we want. Okay, lose the fat, build muscle. So strategy to answer this question is to get into a body recomposition, and just keep in mind that fat loss takes patience, but it is worth it because you look more toned, you have more energy, and you keep the results longer. So let's focus on what really matters and not just the number. We want to see the body change, because you can be 170 pounds on the scale and still, have those fat pockets, but But when you build muscle, you can still be that same 170 and have that reduction in fat. So I hope this answered your question as it relates to fat loss instead of weight loss. Again, it's important to prioritize strength training 3 to 4 times a week, get an adequate amount of protein, and being in a slight calorie deficit. And always track your progress. All right, so that wraps this up. If you have any other questions, be sure to, y'all can leave them in the comments, or if you're on Instagram, because I do get questions on Instagram and Messenger, Facebook. You can follow me on Instagram at modestly_fit_ or Facebook Rochelle Walker. Yeah, that wraps up this video. So let's stay strong, let's stay covered, let's stay confident, and let's get fit modestly.